Welcome to my channel, Boho Punks. Today we're going to be doing Shock from Nightmare Before Christmas, the Boogie Boys. If you already watched my previous video, we already have Lock done and posted. Using pan pastels, we're going to change Spectra's skin tone to a pale mint with an undertone of beige. Using Mr. Super Clear in between each layer till it's very opaque. Making sure to highlight the tip of her nose and the bridge. Here I'm using a watercolor pencil to outline how I want the eyes to be shaped, the direction I want them to be looking, and some of the key features. Blushing with pan pastels, I'm going in, back and forth, blending them out, making them darker in some spots. I looked at a lot of makeup references for this. I just wanted something very sleek, but also a little spooky with a hint of glam. So doing a dramatic blush. Of course, in between every layer, we're going to be doing Mr. Super Clear. At least 2 sprays in between each layers. Some do more. I do a lot of build-up, so I do less to seal in between. Her lips are supposed to be like a light blue in some, and then I've seen it a little darker, so I'm choosing to do it a little darker. Just because I want her to look a little bit more different than Lock. Using the pan pastels, I'm going to drag out her smile line into those crisp cheekbones. Adding white to her brows because she will not be getting brows. And we're just going to go back and forth with each layer, making it darker. I decided to do a similar to how I did Lock, where the main color is used throughout in different shades, kind of monochrome in a way. Using the pan pastels to darken the top of the eye to give it more of a rounded look. And using white to lighten the bottom of the eye. Blending it all together and going back and forth doing this until we have the right gradation. Always remembering to keep the pupil. Now for the hair. Usually I do brushed out yarn, but this time we're just going to do unwoven yarn because her hair is supposed to be very straggly. So because we want it very thin and sparse looking, we're not painting the scalp this time. Adding the pieces of yarn directly onto the head with Mod Podge glue. Keeping it very sparse. We're going to reroute just where her hair parts to have a cleaner look. Going back in with a dark blue permanent marker. I'm being very strategic You can lighten it using pan pastels over it, but you can't move it. So you gotta be real sure that you want that line there. Putting white in one spot, very saturated. Then we're going to darken the corners and the upper part of the lid. I wanted to highlight her nose, and now for some eyeshadow. Darkening the crease of her lips so I can give it more of a definition, and cleaning up any stray because we just wanted to darken the line. I did decide I wanted to have that little crease there. I just think it's cute. Putting back in some of the detail that was lost from the pan pastels, and doing fine detail lining, giving her this fun smile. Darkening the inside of her nose with pan pastels on a detailed Q-tip. Going back in to highlight the highest part of the brow, well, the invisible brow, just to make her more human. And really making sure that her nose is very highlighted on the very tip of it. Adding more pastels to make more of a crease. Some very faint bottom lashes for a natural look. Defining her upper lashes. I had this hat that I previously made, but it's not going to work out, so we're checking out different type of worblas to see which one we'd want to make it out of, because I just want a cleaner look on the inside of the hat. And we're going to choose this warbler. The other one's a little too thin and textured in my opinion. Cutting out our pattern and using a hot glue gun to flatten out the rim of the hat and make a cone. We're then using the hot glue gun tip to put it together. So this hat I made literally 3 times. I finally, after making one too big and then making one too tall, finally got a perfect one. Now to give it that iconic bend, just gently so it doesn't lose its shape. These are actually Nephra earrings from G3. It works out perfect as earrings for her scorpion pets that she got out of the box. Using a stretchy purple fabric, we're going to give the hat the fabric rim. I'm not sure what it's called. That part that hides the sleeve. If you're liking what you're watching so far, give me a like. And don't forget to hit the bell when you subscribe so you know when I post. Now to make her skirt, I'm using this pattern that I actually just made randomly. I just know what shape the different sizes of them. There's like different size of circles and crescents and halves that make a certain style of skirt. This one I know makes a slightly poofier one. So I just did a sketch of how long I wanted it to be and then made the shape I needed with some sketching tools. Because I'm not gonna lie, I can't make a perfect circle. So, giving that allowance, I'm gonna fold everything over and hand sew it together. Everything's hand sewn. I will eventually use my sewing machine. I have one. It's sitting next to me while I do this. It's looking at me like, I know you see me, seeing you see me. Because I like torture, I don't know. So here are the sleeves done before we turn them inside out. Going for a loose fit. I'm adding this black trim to along the ends of the skirt while it's still partially assembled. Scrunching it up just a little bit just to have a little wave. I don't want it to be crimped too much. Just enough to give kind of a poofy look. Now that that's all together, we're going to add some more details. Adding this lace to the very edge of the sleeve to give it a little more detail. Plus, I think there's actual lace on the edge of her dress. At least it looks like what would be lace. What looks like sparkly ribbon is actually just the edge of a fabric that you usually throw away, and we're going to use it here because we don't waste around here. Off camera, we made a ruffled collar out of ribbon. Now we're adding this tiny delicate bow. I know she doesn't have a bow, but I thought it was super cute and I just had to make it. Let's make some accessories. What is shock without her axe? Using worbla and a wood stick, we're making one of her axes. Now in the movie it's not shiny, so we're not making ours shiny. Now I printed two different masks. This mask, it was a file that I slightly altered, but I wasn't happy with the nose and some other details. So we resculpted it again for size and for accuracy. You can see that the nose is very pointed right here. That's what I wanted. And there's a little bit of a hook as well in the nose. I painted it off camera. I don't know where the footage went. I promise I definitely did it, but I don't know what happened to it, so sorry. Using this Spectra head, we're going to find out where we need to put the ribbon and attach it with hot glue and then resin so it really sticks. And with that, she makes a beautiful doll. Who knew? Shock. The little tormentor, the little battle axe, would make such a good doll. She photographs so cute. Thank you so much for coming by. Barrel is still coming before the year is up. I know we had so many delays. I caught the flu. I had orders. It was wild. But we are getting them done. We are getting them done. See you next time for Barrel. Make sure you subscribe. I mean, I do this when I'm sick for you guys. I think you should just go ahead and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. It would. It would. Be sure to check out my website, my Etsy, my Instagram, my Facebook, and my TikTok. Bye. Love you guys. Happy holidays.